Potter and the Half-Blood Prince is the 6th Harry Potter movie in the Harry Potter franchise, and is once again directed by David Yates, based on a novel of the same name, written by J.K. Rowling, and this is, like I said, the 6th installment in the Harry Potter series, and it is the 4th movie to be rated PG. So, the plot of Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows, Half-Blood Prince, I almost said Deathly Hallows there. Okay. As Death Eaters wreak havoc in both Muggle and Wizard worlds, Hogwarts is no longer a safe haven for students. Though Harry suspects there are new dangers lurking within the castle walls, Dumbledore is more intent than ever on preparing the young wizard for the final battle with Voldemort. Meanwhile, teenage hormones run rampant through Hogwarts, presenting a different sort of danger. Love may be in the air, but tragedy looms, and Hogwarts may never be the same again. Also, Ron starts to fall for this girl, Lavender. And so, Hermione and Ron, they have a little bit of jealousy. I had Ron's girl. And so, yeah. And also, on that, Snape makes a promise to Draco's mother, Narcissa Malfoy, and Bellatrix Lestrange that he will protect Draco, and thus this is the unbreakable vow. And that's pretty much the basic plot. All of that explanation for a movie that's 2 hours and 33 minutes. This movie's awesome. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, is an awesome movie. A lot of people say this one is overrated, and a lot of people say, but let's face it, these movies deserves their critical acclaim. Now, originally this movie was supposed to come out in 2008. Yep. But this was met with a very strong, heavily negative reaction by fans. Petitions were everywhere, rumors flying around, angry stuff was being posted on the internet. And so, Entertainment Weekly, and so they changed the release date because we had Walt Disney Pictures Bolts and the first film in the Twilight series. But I'm kind of happy that they left it. They changed the release date of Half-Blood Prince July 2009, when I was seeing previews for the new Harry Potter movie. As always, whenever a Harry Potter movie comes out, I got excited and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed the film. Now, this is the third longest film in the series, behind Chamber of Secrets, which was 2 hours and 41 minutes, and Goblet of Fire, which was 2 hours and 37 minutes. This is 2 hours, 33 minutes, and 19 seconds long. It doesn't feel like it, because the movie goes by very fast. But they do stop to have slow moments in the movie. That was kind of cool. I was very impressed with that. Now, and the first review for the film came out before the film's official release, and so Derek Gobardian ranked the film with the Lord of the Rings trilogies called Half-Blood Prince a possible Oscar contender. Now, a lot of people say that this one is kind of weak. I do see that, but this is one of the most extremely positively reviewed films out of the entire series among critics and among fans, along with Prisoner of Azkaban, Goblet of Fire, and yes, people saying they praise the film that the story is emotionally satisfying. I agree with the critics. The story is emotionally satisfying. You do get, there's a lot of story here. They have some comedy in here in this movie, and the comedy is good. Now, the director, David Yates, he said that he wanted this to be the lighter-hearted one before the last two, Deathly Hallows 1 and 2. And I think that was a wise decision to do that. Now, Alfonso Cuarón said he would like to return, but they didn't bring him back. But David Yates, he came back and directed the last three. He's directing Fantastic Beasts, and he did direct The Legend of Tarzan, which came out this year. Which honestly, that movie wasn't even all that good, but I enjoyed it for what it was, even though it does have problems. But the acting in Harry Potter and Half-Blood Prince is all good. Daniel Radcliffe, Rupert Grint, and Emma Watson, they all still shine as always as these three characters that I've grown to love and appreciate. And it's kind of funny because I was watching a video, and then Daniel Radcliffe says he hated his performance in this movie. He likes his performance in all the other movies, he just didn't like his performance in this one. And I thought that was kind of stupid. That was kind of a letdown, but I see why. But he's still great in the role. You also got Helena Bonham Carter as Bellatrix Lestrange, Robbie Coltrane as Hagrid, Warwick Davis as Phileas Flitwick, Tom Felton as Draco Malfoy, Alan Rickman, may rest in peace, as Severus Snape. And just all the cast returns. You also got new cast members. Draco's mom, Narcissa Malfoy, is played by Helen McCrory, and Jim Broadbent as Horace Slughorn, which is pretty cool. Yeah, and just all the acting in this movie is great. Now, Bill Nighy expressed an interest in appearing in this movie, and Yates, he confirmed that Nighy would be his first choice for Rufus Scrimgeour, but he was ultimately cut for the film, but he appeared in The Deathly Hallows Part 1, which we will get to. The visual effects in this movie is great. The opening scene of the Death Eaters attacking Diagon Alley in London, that was cool. The Ring of Fire with Dumbledore at the end of the movie is nice, and just the inferior attack scene is probably the best part of the movie, besides the fight that Draco and Harry has. But this movie's been out since 2009, so I am going to have to give away spoilers. If you haven't seen the movie, click off now. At the end of this movie, Dumbledore is killed by Severus Snape. Professor Dumbledore is killed by Severus Snape. My reaction to that, when I first saw Half-Blood Prince, I was like, really? You're gonna go that route and kill Dumbledore? But it was in the book, so I had to read the book to actually understand that. So yeah, I do see that. Now, there was a small battle scene at Hogwarts, which happened during the end of the book, that was cut out because the producer said he wanted to. It was removed to avoid repetition with the Battle of Hogwarts in the next movie, two movies. But further background of Tom Riddle was removed. I did like that we got to see some flashbacks of Voldemort as Tom Riddle. And this movie does add and change certain events. The only sad part about Dumbledore's death is that there's no funeral, as it was removed for the film because they didn't believe it did not fit with the rest of the film. Really? That's the same problem I had with Han Solo's death in episode 7. There's no funeral. At least episode 8 we probably is going to get a funeral. I can't. But you could have at least kept the funeral scene in the movie. But as this movie stands, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, it is one of my favorites in this series. Love the comedy, I love the acting, like the music by Nicholas Hooper. I love the score, and love the acting and everything. I love the darker plot line. And people have to realize that as you watch the Harry Potter series, that these films are going to get a lot more darker because the kids are maturing. Some people say the series gets weird, but no, the series gets darker. It's just like each book gets darker. So, for that, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, why do I keep saying Deathly Hallows? Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince will get my JD Rainbow Seal of approval. Check this movie out. Let me know in the comments below what you think of Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Do you like it? Do you hate it? And I will see you guys for the conclusion of the Harry Potter series, Deathly Hallows Part 1 and Deathly Hallows Part 2. But I will be reviewing both films in one, just like I did with Breaking Dawn, because I see Deathly Hallows as one movie. So I will be explaining both plots to both movies, because this is meant to be one, sorry. Bye guys, I'll see you in the next one.